He was talking about, though, about how they have no scientific proof, but coming out of the conversation, they feel a lot more positive about Aaron and Green Bay sticking together. And then he said that you told him that you didn't want to drag it out. You kind of wanted to get it done quickly. And Gunther Kuntz and you have a much better relationship. It was a lot of the coverage in the second half was talking about you, your future with Green Bay. Has that been every conversation with every commentator that has come in, just asked about that? And how do you feel that is, how do you feel about that situation currently with what Gunther Kuntz has brought in, where the team is at, your relationship with him allegedly as soon as you got back on the field after a lot of days off because of the toe and COVID, you went right up to Gunther Kuntz, dapped him up. Packers fans were super pumped about that. Where are you mentally with all of that? And is that the only thing the commentators ask you about now?
No, I mean, look, it's going to be one of the questions for sure moving forward as we get late in the season. I understand that, and I got a question after the game if it was my last time playing against the Bears, and yeah, I haven't thought about that a whole lot. I mean, I really haven't. I think when you're a creature of habit during the season, your focus definitely narrows. But at some point, there'll be obviously time to reflect on that and to think about the season. But I think that's weeks and weeks and weeks away. So in the meantime, I don't know that Chris talked to Brian. I don't usually GMs. I don't think do production meetings, but there was a lot of questions from all Catherine, Al, and Chris and Freddie about that idea of where I'm at mentally with the team, and I don't want to overshare in those situations just because I feel like just like during the off season, a lot of those conversations need to stay between the people involved with them, but. It's been a good year conversation between Brian and myself. I feel like I've been involved in a lot of conversations about certain individuals on the squad and also on other squads and making our team better. Obviously, there's been some acquisitions that I think have really helped out and paid dividends. Rasul Douglas, being as big as any of them, but Devondre Campbell as well. I was thinking about it after the game the other night. The beauty in the game and why I feel romantic about it from time to time is the redeeming qualities that a team can have, the redeeming nature of bringing guys back into the fold who weren't really wanted by other teams and making them feel like they have a real home. And it's that restoring of dignity opportunity that I think every locker room and team has a chance to do based on the personnel that comes in and the type of personalities that those individual players have. But we've had a lot of guys who I think were kind of outcast guys or afterthoughts at times, whether they're draft picks who got passed over by a number of teams or drafted later than they thought they were going to be drafted, or players who are on the street who weren't wanted by teams. There's been a decent amount of those guys who we've acquired over the years, and I think when you add enough of those guys together and you make them feel like they're a part of something special, you can really create a tight, cohesive group. And you look at the guys that are making a big impacts for us on both sides of the ball. There's a lot of those type of guys, not just the Rasul Douglases and Devondre Campbells of the world, but Preston Smith coming back and taking a pay cut and setting aside his ego and his pride. And I think he's had such an important impact on our team, not just from a production standpoint, but from a leadership standpoint. On offense, we just plugged in Dennis Kelly, who wasn't really wanted by a lot of teams, and he had a very nice game for us. Aaron Jones was a late round draft pick who a lot of people didn't think was ever going to be a number one pick. Look at our offensive line. We have Josh Neishman at left tackle. We have John Runyon Jr. at left guard, Lucas Patrick at center, Royce Newman and his mullet at right guard, and Dennis Kelly at right tackle. A lot of those guys were either undrafted, drafted late, or not thought of as guys who are going to be contributors to our football team, especially not starting the season out, other than maybe Lucas, who was expected to start for us at one of the interior positions. And I think that sets an attitude in the squad of guys who are able to set aside their ego and have some sort of chip on their shoulder and have some appreciation for coming together and being a part of chemistry in the locker room and togetherness and connectedness. And it's similar to the teams that AJ was on that were our best teams over the years, 2009, 2010, 2014, where we had a really tight locker room. And it's a good feeling coming to work every day.
So you love being a Green Bay Packer right now, yeah?
I love playing ball, man.
Oh, he's loving ball. Loving ball. This guy loving ball. I love that. Go ahead, Ty. Put that down as another thing that Pittsburgh has absolutely, dominated. No big deal. How you doing? Keep moving. Last night was a display of Pittsburgh with Aaron Donald taking on James Conner. That's neither here nor there. What'd you say?
Iron City, bro.
Hey, you're goddamn right. What are you wearing that shirt all about? And then you said you're not going to play. Nah,
Steelers next year.
I'm not. Hey, AJ, you can't say that. You're one of his closest friends. You literally
I
can't.
just said it.
What'd you say?
I said Steelers next year, right?
Hell yeah.
Is that why you wore that shirt?
Oh, AJ, we don't need to get into leading journalism around here, okay? The shirt was a gift. He's wearing it.
Hey, did you cut your toe off yet?
There it is. Let's get into it.